So, as you know, you are already aware about this chapter, wave optics, where we talk what is the wave nature of light. And this wave theory is given by the Huygens, Huygens theory of wave. And in this, light will travel in the transverse wave. And transverse wave means up down, correct? Transverse wave means up down. Longitudinal means lengthwise like this. And transverse means up down like this. This is the transverse form. So in the Huygens principle, because usually even in the last year of PYQ, Huygens principle was there. So according to Huygens, there is hypothetical medium, which he called luminiferous ether, and this luminiferous ether will fill the entire space, like full space is made up of this, and because of that, we have the wave nature. And property of this medium, which is responsible for the wave nature of the light, is like this medium have no mass but very good elasticity and very low density. That's why light can move quickly. But to be honest, these things will not be asked to you. Like, what is the theoretical concept about the Huygens? In exam, they directly ask what is the wavefront, a point where all the particle have same phase or same angle. Example, if you see here this red line on the top, so if you see this point, this one, or like if you keep going like further, all are present in the same angle, all are present at 90-degree angle. So it will form wavefront. Example, you throw a stone in water and this will form wave like this. We will call it as wavefront because all have same angle from the source and same shape, same radius from the source. This is one wavefront. This is another wavefront. You can't compare this wavefront 2 with the one, but you can say कि wavefront 2, all the particle in wavefront 2 have the same angle, same pitch. Okay, example these. These two wave have exactly same angle at this point. So they will have same wavefront. Okay, so wavefront is the location where all the particle will have same angle. Wavelet is the uh, actual disturbance which is responsible for the propagation of light. Remember, here we are talking about propagation of light, but the simplest example to understand this is if you throw a stone or you drop a stone in water and wave will come outside. That is the because of the wavelet and wavefront is formed. Third, what is ray? A line that is perpendicular to the wavefront. Example, here you have three wavefront. You have three wavefront. In these three wavefront, the light which is perpendicular to the wavefront, light which is perpendicular to the wavefront will be known as ray. So it is always 90-degree to the wavefront. Remember, every circular surface is wavefront. This is wavefront 1, this is wavefront 2, this is wavefront 3. Okay, perpendicular to this, there will be a line. This line is known as ray. Done. So, what are the different source of light for the wavefront? Simplest one is the point one, and in this diagram, you have point source. All the wave arise because of one point at the center. One point at the center. Okay, so this is point source, and wavefront will be spherical in shape. Wavefront will be spherical in shape. It is same like If you take electric field point source, your electric field surface will be spherical. Electric field surface will be spherical. Exactly same thing. Cylindrical wavefront. It's like you take a long road of current and the magnetic field region you will design around this electric road will be cylindrical in shape. That's why you talk about solenoid, cylindrical shape. So if you form cylindrical shape of wavefront, it is mainly because of the linear road, long road. And if source is present at a very large distance, thousands of kilometers, so all the radiation will look like they are coming parallel to each other and they will form plane wavefront because all the radiation in this form will come parallel to each other. And that's why you make a surface on which all these will. Ask me, guys, any doubt in this? What is wavefront? Different shape of wavefront and what is their source? Anybody have doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Huh.
It's a wavelet.
Yes, Sarah?
So could you explain wavelet?
Yeah. So wavelet is the main point where disturbance occur and because of this disturbance wavefront will form. Like what is the main source? Because of that you will form wavefront.
Understood, sir.
Okay. Sometime even primary wavefront example. You have this wavefront. This is one wavefront. Now, this will act as a source and it will try to produce more wavefront further in the propagating way away from the center. So, it will act as wavelet source from where all these things will come. As I showed multiple times, same thing I'll show. A wave, I'll show in YouTube wave front and wavelet animation. We want very short. हाँ 1-2 घंटे में see this. Hmm. So when you throw stone in water, these waves are forming in the outward direction. They will propagate in outward direction. And remember, this propagation is always outward direction, never inward, never inward. And whatever the shape bulges out, you can see each shape is one wave front. And the center point from where all the uh, wavefront will arise is the source for this. The distance of one wavefront from the center will remain same whether you take left side, right side, up or down because overall distance is same, spherical in shape one. All these are wavefront over the envelope. All these are moving in the outward direction. Ray is telling us the direction of movement of wavefront, where it is propagating. And these rays are perpendicular to the wavefront. See, circular wavefront we can imagine in case of water, but spherical it is difficult. So you can take second example where you have point source and Radiation are coming away from the center, spherical shape. Spherical wavefront because of the point source. Plane wavefront, when it is coming from the infinite distance, you can form a plane from all the radiation. Move to the next part. Huygens principle. Huygens principle is about the same story. Ki each point on the wavefront, primary wavefront, is the source for the next disturbance, secondary wavelength.
नोट्स
Remember,
लिखना है
yes, Pratigya?
नोट्स लिखना है
नहीं, नोट्स लिखना है प्रॉपर.
सर थोड़ा टाइम भी दीजिए
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
थोड़ा स्लाइड पे
हाँ. All of you have to write proper notes. You can take time if you need.
So can you show the first page?
But write it fast and like a rough way, not proper handwriting. Remember, write roughly. Everything in the short. First page done.
Yes.
Second page. I'll do one thing. This will take more time. I will keep on teaching and do like write. जितना भी तुम कर सकते हो. Whatever you can write, write. Send notes after the class, and then I'll give you enough time. Like I will send PDF in group. You will write proper notes and then send. Right?
So why
So
don't we just write it after the class?
no, because if you don't write during the class, you can't focus for a long time. That is the reason.
Okay.
Hmm. So write whatever you can write. I'll see that and then I'll give you again time. I'll send you PDF. You can write each and everything proper. In board, they ask directly these 3 points, and even last year in CBSC. Anand, do you remember same question was there? Eigen principle. So Huygens principle simply says that each point on the wavefront, remember wavefront is the source of the secondary disturbance. I told you the same thing. You have this source. This is wavefront. Each point on this wavefront will try to produce further wavefront, and that's why when every point try to produce further, it will form one more wavefront like this. Right? So every point on wavefront will try to produce one more wavefront. Secondary disturbance, secondary wavelength. Wavelet that is coming from the point spread in all direction equal. As you can see, it is moving in all the direction. This is moving in all the direction equally. हाँ भाई आ जाता है राम राम ठीक हो ठीक हो हो ठीक है कौन था जो उसका बात पता नहीं पता है स्पेशल दिखाई फिर देख नहीं दो कोई देख ना फिर बहू का आए बात करके मिलावा वाह जी वाह so guys so whenever wavelet coming from the source it will move in the all the direction it will move in the all the direction third thing I already mentioned it will move tangentially outward in forward direction it will never go back it will never go back forward direction when I mention it is moving the forward direction it can never come ulta it can never happen like this is not possible it will move in the forward direction only away from the source away from the source and at any given point new wavefront will form and that is secondary wavefront so wavefront formed very first time is primary and formed further secondary see here you have source this will produce this and it will further produce another wavefront this is primary source this one is secondary source right? This one is secondary source and same point is written here secondary wavelength amplitude maximum in the forward direction and zero in backward direction same point ki it will never go back that is all about Huygens principle and in board they ask all these points in your NEET exam they ask in a right wrong statement maximum they can ask like second wavelength can go in inward direction as well as outward direction so this is wrong though chances are less but they can law of reflection using wave theory is almost like you need to prove what we did in case of normal reflection of light ki angle I is equal to angle R okay so Sarah I'll explain this to you separately but for NEET exam this is not important okay
Okay, sir.
not at all next same thing here. We know Snell's law nu is equal to sine I by sine R. Sine I by sine R. This is the proof here using wave theory. Again, for NEET, it's not important. Only thing is here we are proving. And next, behavior of like how lens, prism, and mirror will behave when you like when wavefront passing through it. So, same thing what happens in the normal light? As you can see, in the prism, there will be refraction. In case of lens, there will be converging of the wavefront, conversion of the wavefront. In the spherical mirror, same conversion, but in the opposite direction by reflection process, conversion by reflection process. So again, this is not important for the NEET exam. Look at this. I will directly explain this question. Ki you have plane wavefront incident from air. This is the refractive index. Angle at this, as you can see here in the diagram, with the horizontal boundary. And refractive index of the medium is 3 by 2. Find the angle of the refraction. Okay. New value you have, sine I value you have, sine R you have to calculate. Correct? So, you know, if this is 37, it will be 53. If this is 37, this will be also 37. This is 53. One mistake you might make, in incident angle, you will try to take 37-degree angle. This is wrong. And why it is wrong? Because you know, even in the normal reflection, your reference is normal, not horizontal surface. Your reference is normal, not horizontal surface. So this is the incident angle. Correct? Because even in the normal reflection key, you have mirror, or let's take lens. So what happen if light fall on this and make some angle 30-degree with the horizontal surface? What will be your incident angle? Incident angle taken from the normal, and incident angle will be in reality 60-degree. No, book class है, don't out. Understood, guys? So we always measure from the normal, not from horizontal surface. That's why we took 53 instead of 37. Anybody have doubt in this? Why I took 53? Anybody have doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Doppler effect of light you don't have in your syllabus. It's just key basic thing you need to know, but if you don't do formula, it's absolutely fine. It's like you have source of light, you have a battery, and there is observer. We want to see how they are moving with respect to each other. And because every source of light will produce some light with a particular frequency, and this is what we are observing, what will be the change in the light when source is moving toward the observer or away from the observer. Example, when source is moving toward the observer, then observer can see source clearly. So in this case, when it see clearly, wavelength will decrease. Wavelength decrease because uh, fast, because you know velocity is equal to wavelength into frequency. Frequency always depend upon source. It never depend upon the observer. Correct? If I have one torch, whether you observe this from 1 kilometer or 100 meter or 50 meter, frequency of the light will remain same. Why? Because it depend only and only on source, never depend upon the observer. That's why you will see when light move during refraction from one medium to another medium, frequency remains same. Very popular question. I've seen many questions on this. Frequency remains same. Why? Because frequency is the property of source, not the medium. Frequency is the property of source, not the medium. So, in this case, when you are going toward the source, you are observer, you are going toward the source, then speed of the light will be more, correct? And no, when we are moving towards the observer. In this case, speed directly depend upon the wavelength. Speed directly depend upon the wavelength because frequency is there. So in this case, wavelength will decrease, it means speed will decrease. And when you are moving away, then wavelength increase, speed increase, the frequency will not be impacted because source remains same. If you change source, then frequency will change. Remember, when you change source, then frequency will change. This is the concept you need to know with respect to optics. No, because this topic you don't have in your syllabus. Okay. So what you understood from this concept? Okay. Whether if we move toward the source, observer is going toward the source, wavelength decrease. Observer is moving away from the source, then wavelength increase. But nobody will ask this question. Main concept is this: velocity is equal to wavelength into frequency, and frequency is the property of source, not medium. This question is important from your refraction part also, not medium. So if you change medium, whatever you change, it will remain same. This is done. Huh. Let me ask you, Sarah, what do you mean by interference of light or superposition principle?
So where like two waves like come together.
Hmm. So interference, this is correct. When you have two or more waves, they interact with each other, what will be the result? Is explained by the superposition principle. You had superposition principle in case of Coulomb's law. Superposition principle means total force acting on one body is the addition of all the force. Correct? Superposition principle you applied in waves. So same thing. Superposition means total overall displacement will be addition of all the displacement. Same thing here. If you see net resultant displacement of the final wave, it will be the vector sum of displacement produced in each wave. Remember, vector, so it could be positive or negative. Example, you see here, you have two waves, wave A and wave B. When these two waves combine, because you know both are present in the positive side, so their final resultant wavelength, sorry, amplitude will increase. Make sense? This is constructive interference. When two exactly same wave will be added, so it is constructive interference. And if two same wave are subtracted because they are present in the opposite side, then destructive. What is destructive? See this. Here, display amplitude in of every wave is different. Y1 is more than Y2. Y1 is more than Y2. You know Y2 is opposite direction downward. Example, this is plus 10, this is minus 7. What will be the net resultant? Net resultant will be 10 minus 7, 3. Done. That is what final result is. And this is destructive because overall the amplitude will decrease. So if amplitude increase, constructive, amplitude decrease, destructive. As simple as that. Okay. So in constructive, you will get maximum intensity resultant value. And in destructive, you will get minimum intensity. Minimum intensity, not intensity. Intensity. Okay. Based on this, you can, by your choice, can frame what is the interference of light. A phenomena in which you have some maximum intensity, constructive interference, minimum intensity, destructive interference, when two or more light source have same direction. like wave produced by them have same direction. So in this case, as you can see in this constructive interference, two light source exactly identical. That's why their amplitude is also same, moving in the same direction. Example, if you say this plus x, this is also plus x. Both have same direction. Both have positive amplitude. That's why constructive value will be more. If they have opposite and destructive, then overall value will be less, but still both of them present in the same direction. This is plus x, this is plus x, this is plus x. Direction is same. Amplitude is changing, direction is same. Any doubt, guys? Everything looks sorted as of now. You have two light, like two batteries, exact same battery. If you put light, both light together, then you know you will see more light. As simple as that. Key, you have a dark room. This is dark room. You are two friend who is searching using the torch light. Here you have torch number one. Here you have torch number two. When you these torch produce light and both light will join together, then you can see more brightness here. Why? Because constructive interference. You can see the object clearly. Reason constructive interference, both light to correct. Move to the next part. Theory. Theory is popular, and theory we did in the waves also. You have two source. One source have some amplitude A, and another source have different amplitude B with some angle difference, phase angle. Some angle difference known as phase angle. Both have different amplitude. Correct? And from waves, you know this rule. One wave, one complete wave make how much angle? Chandana, if you have one complete wave, what will be total angle covered by this wave?
So 360.
360. Half wave,
180.
180. And one fourth quarter of wave,
90.
90. That's why you see at highest amplitude, you have pi by 2 angle. Here at B point, you have pi angle, 3 by 2 will be 270 and ultimately 360. One wave like one circle, 360-degree angle. Okay? Because it will help us a lot in understanding how to calculate phase difference and path difference. You will see these two words. Phase difference means angle difference, difference of the angle phi or delta phi. And second will be path difference, and it will be represented by delta x. Okay. So if you apply superposition principle, literal meaning of superposition principle is addition, nothing else. Literal meaning of superposition principle is addition. You have two wave. One wave have value a sine omega t or a sine theta, and second is b sine theta plus some pi angle. Diode बजे. Okay. So a sine omega t is same. B part you can write this is sine a plus b. Correct. This is sine a plus b. So it will be like sine a cos b and cos a sine b mathematical formula. Sine a plus b. Sine a plus b is equal to sine omega t plus phi. Okay. So you applied this formula. When you applied this formula, A is common from first part and B cos theta is common from the second part. Correct? From the second part. हाँ छाए रख दे। हाँ हाँ फिर उसको खतरे को। Okay, so here A plus B cos theta will be equal to overall A cos theta. A means overall amplitude, and B sin theta will be equal to, sorry, B sin phi will be equal to A sin theta. Correct? If you do all the calculation, ultimately you come up with the result of A sin theta plus, sorry, omega t plus theta or phi. Uh, Anvita, what is this A, capital A in this case?
There is an amplitude.
It is resultant amplitude. This is resultant amplitude. Example, here you had two amplitude. For first wave, amplitude was small a. For second wave, amplitude was small b, like this diagram. Okay, small a and small b, these are the two amplitude. If you take the resultant value, so angle made by the resultant with a is theta. What is phi? Between a and b angle. Phi is the angle between a and b, and theta is the angle between the resultant and a, or horizontal. Correct? This formula you already know from the 11th class. Ki resultant value will be a square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi. Remember, angle phi is extremely important. Phi. And what is phi? Angle between a and b. Small a and small b. If you calculate here tan theta, it will be perpendicular by base. What is perpendicular in this case? B sin phi, and base a plus b cos phi. Okay. And reason why I skipped this theoretical part once, because for NEET this is not required. You need to know when we get the resultant value because of the two wave, amplitude will be like this. As simple as that. Done. Nothing else is required. That's why I'm not going much into the theoretical concept or derivation part, because there is more math. Okay, come to this. Intensity of the light always, not only here, always depend upon the amplitude square. Intensity of light always depend upon the amplitude square. As we just wrote here, key capital A is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. If you remove your under root, if we remove this under root, what will happen? Can we write here A square? We removed under root from other side and we wrote A square. So A square value is small a square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi. Same thing we wrote here. Resultant amplitude is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos phi. And we know I directly depend upon the amplitude. So resultant intensity will be equal to intensity of the first wave plus intensity of second wave plus under root 2 I1 I2 cos phi. And this is very, very, very popular for your exam, and in PYQ we will see those things again and again a lot. So that's why I will mark this part. It explains two things. One, intensity directly depend upon the amplitude scale, and second, how amplitude are related with each other, how intensity related with each other, how both of them are correlated with each other. So same thing here. The intensity directly depend upon the amplitude scale. So we can say under root intensity will directly depend upon amplitude. This can be represented in two different ways. Correct? And same thing I wrote here also. Ask me your question if you have any as of now. You can go. I will send this PDF in the group. If you face ki I am too fast, go through it. You can ask any question, but I can't explain everything from the PDF. Reason is we don't need for the derivation. Yes, Pratigya. आवाज बहुत धीमी आ रही है प्रतिज्ञा.
सर नीट के लिए जो जरूरी है वो नहीं लिखना है ना.
क्या नहीं लिखना है?
हाँ बताए ना कुछ पार्ट मतलब नीट के लिए जरूरी नहीं है.
हाँ, ये डेरिवेशन पार्ट नीट के लिए जरूरी नहीं है. What we need for the NEET part is what you can see in the screen right now. यही पार्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है बस. From interference for NEET. Okay. And what happened in this last derivation? The resultant intensity is I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root I1 I2 cos phi. Now what happened in the constructive interference? In constructive interference, your cos phi value will be maximum, that is plus 1. And in destructive interference, cos phi value will be minimum, that is minus 1. That's why here in the constructive you have plus sign, C means constructive, and in destructive you have minus sign because minus 1. Any doubt? A lot of time you will use same formula for numerical. And even whatever we will study in constructive interference is this only. Okay. You can take another example also. Ki you are considering two persons from the same family. You are taking consideration of two people in one family. Both are equal, same age twins. If one person is earning like 1 lakh per month, another person is also earning 1 lakh, and if they are joined, like present in the joint family, then their income will increase 2 lakh. This is constructive interference. But if one person earn 1 lakh rupees and another person lose 1 lakh rupees because he have to pay, ultimately net is zero. That is destructive. It means it is destroying the family, and first one is constructing the family. Same thing with the light. When two light sources come together, brightness will increase. Intensity is related to brightness. And if they are away from each other, opposite direction, so net brightness will be zero or there might be darkness. So tell me, understood? Everybody understood what is the meaning of this constructive, destructive? Why amplitude increasing in constructive and decreasing in destructive? Anybody have doubts?
No, sir.
Huh. So come to the next point. When you are talking about constructive interference, we know intensity of light should be maximum. If intensity of light should be maximum, Sarah, am I audible? Sarah, am I audible? प्रतिज्ञा, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
हाँ, प्रतिज्ञा
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, बिकॉज तुमने दो अकाउंट से ज्वाइन किया है इसलिए. तो constructive interference, as name suggests, intensity should be maximum. If you want to make this intensity maximum, it means your cos phi value should be plus. In case of destructive, it will be minus. So in this case, your cos phi value should be maximum, that is plus 1. Okay. In this case, phase difference means angle difference can be 0. Why? Because cos 0 value is equal to plus 1. Or phi value can be 2 pi because cos 2 pi value is also plus 1. Or 4 pi because 4 pi value is also plus 1. Okay. So that could be your phase difference. Give me a minute. Yeah. So when we are talking about constructive interference, intensity should be maximum. It means cos phi value should be maximum plus 1. In that case, your phi value could be in multiple of 2 pi n and could be 0, 1, 2, 3 all. Next, this formula is extremely popular in both waves and wave optics. Why? Now, here you are comparing two things together. I will keep it short. Key. If you are talking about delta phi means phase difference. Then maximum value can be 2 pi. And if you see path difference is considered in the form of lambda. That's why this is how we correlate these two things together. Imagine if you know this and you want to calculate phase difference, delta x value you want to calculate. You should know what is delta phi value, correct? What is the delta phi value? Example, if it is 2 pi n, then what will be delta x value? Yes or no? Because delta phi 2 pi n divided by 2 pi delta x divided by lambda 2 pi cancel, lambda will go to another side and your path difference will be n time of lambda. Yes or no? We did same thing here. See, delta x is equal to n lambda. How we got to know? By using the same formula, and this is universal formula. Remember, change in path difference by 2 pi and change in phase difference by 2 pi, change in path difference by lambda, because we are correlating ratio of two quantity. Okay, ratio of two quantity. And if you want to calculate maximum intensity, it means both of your intensity will be added. Their addition square will decide your maximum value. Done. Any doubt, guys? How we got this value? I maximum means constructive interference. I maximum means constructive interference. In constructive interference, total amplitude is because of the addition of both the amplitude. Correct? Because your capital A resultant amplitude is the addition of A and B. And we know I maximum directly proportional to the resultant amplitude square. And your resultant amplitude is the because of addition of A and B. Any doubt? Anybody have doubt in this?
No, sir.
If you don't have doubt, we already discussed this, key two wave of same nature will be added. Okay, two waves of the same nature will be added, and you will see constructive interference at uh, constructive interference at 0 degree angle, 180 degree angle, 360 degree, and sorry, 360 degree angle, and then 2 pi difference. Every time 2 pi difference, constructive interference means maximum intensity of light. Destructive ulta, everything done. No need to read destructive, it's just ulta of constructive. How? At destructive, intensity should be minimum. It means uh, not cos pi, cos phi. This should be cos phi. Your cos phi value should be -1. And when we get -1 value, huh, huh, so 180 degree. You know cos, what is the value of cos 180 degree, Chandana?
So -1.
-1. Because guys, cos 0, 1. Cos 90, 0. Cos 180, -1. Opposite of 0. As simple as that. Opposite of 0. Okay. Then cos 3 pi. 3 pi means cos 540. 3 pi means cos 540. It is same as the pi, and it will be equal to -1. Because minimum value we are talking about, destructive interference we are talking about. प्रतिज्ञा, कुछ इश्यू हो रहा है? Okay. So in this case, if you see, every time there is a difference of 2 pi, which is common. Okay. The difference is same, 2 pi. But if you, and this is the best example. See, here is the pi difference. How do we know? Because this first wave start from the 0 angle. Second wave start from the pi angle. What is the difference between these two? Pi. 180 degree angle. What will happen? Upper part, lower part will cancel out each other. Net value will be 0. Correct? What is the phase difference between them? Between these two, what will be the phase difference? 180 degree. Okay. So, in case of destructive interference, you will see phi value can be 2 pi, 2n minus 1 pi. Example, if n value is 1, what will happen? Phi value will be pi, and it is possible. If n value is 2, phi value will be 3 pi, if this is possible. If n value 3, then 3 to the 6 minus 1, 5 pi, this is possible. So, even number, constructive. Odd number, destructive. As simple as that. Even number, constructive. Odd number, destructive. Okay. So, this is happening in the destructive interference. How to calculate delta x? Don't try to remember this. Just simply do what we did. Same method. Ki delta x divided by lambda is equal to delta phi by 2 pi. Correct? You know delta phi value is equal to 2n minus 1 pi divided by 2 pi. Pi cancel. Your delta x value will be equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Okay. This thing happen in destructive. What happened? This is destructive. What happened in constructive? Same formula. Delta x by lambda is equal to delta phi by 2 pi. You will take ratio of length and ratio of angle. There, this value was equal to 2n pi divided by 2 pi. This cancel. Your delta x value was n lambda. In constructive. In destructive, this. Again, if you try to remember this, you will forget. If you have only one formula, this it will be easy. And if you know logically, in case of constructive, I value will be maximum. So cos phi value will be equal to plus 1. Done. In destructive, I value is minimum intensity and cos phi value will be minus 1. Done. These are the basic information you need to know about constructive and destructive interference. Tell me guys, is it getting difficult? And before asking this, I'll finish this part also. You know, in constructive, both the value were added, maximum value. For minimum, you will subtract a minus b. So you can compare with this maximum, because better you do more and more comparison. So here, if you take I maximum value, it will directly depend a plus b ka whole square. Correct? It will depend upon plus sign in case of maximum. Minimum minus. Correct? Same thing here. In minimum, a square plus b square minus 2ab. What will be the maximum value? Mm, if you calculate maximum value in this case, I maximum will directly proportional to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Everything just compare. You will have habit of reading together. Minimum minus, maximum plus. Same here, minimum minus, maximum plus. One thing you will see, a difference, phase difference in case of minimum is 2n minus 1 pi, and in maximum 2n, because 0, 2 pi, 4 pi. Even number in constructive, odd number in destructive. Done. Same comparison is given. Just application of what we did. Maximum plus, minimum minus. Maximum minimum ratio like this. Okay. And if this ratio is given in the like A by B form, you can calculate. Now you'll feel ki, sir, we are doing a lot of theory. In your exam, you get this type of question only. Let me show you exactly same question in the very recent time of wave optics. Hopefully we'll get proper PDF. Physics, wave optics, atom nuclei. No, we didn't get. YDSC, young double slit is YDSC. See, here you are taking same ratio. Interference pattern obtained from two coherent light. Two coherent light source means light source that have exactly same wavelength, same frequency, everything is same, identical. And their ratio is n. You have to calculate this value. It means everything you have to convert in the form of intensity. You can't take amplitude. Correct? So in this case, what will you take? Maximum intensity is I1 under root I1 plus I2 ka whole square. Minimum intensity I1 plus I2 minus. See? Should I mark this open? Mm. See, what is happening? In this case, you are taking maximum value of intensity I1 plus I2 ka whole square. Minimum value minus sign. Same maximum value plus sign and minimum value minus. same ratio. And this is what we did here, ratio in this. And I think next time they have given the same value. Yes. Yes, yes. Huh. So, guys, I will read you first question from the Huygens principle. As I mentioned, कि no question asked from Huygens principle as such. That's why we were not giving much time. Correct? So only one question asked. Sarah, what is the answer? It will be D. Because in this chapter we'll study about interference, YDSC, and diffraction. So these explain by the wave nature, reflection, diffraction were there in topic. Wave nature, both explain wave nature. Origin of spectrum was not given in the notes. Okay. Now look at this question. Interference pattern is obtained by the two coherent light source. Two coherent source means identical in everything. Coherent means identical. You have to calculate I maximum value, I minimum minus minimum, I maximum plus I minimum. And their ratio is this. Interference pattern is obtained with two coherent source of ratio. So you can take I1 by I2 is equal to N. All of you solve this question. How you have to solve? You have to take same way I maximum value is equal to under root I1 plus under root I2 the whole square divided by, if you take I minimum value, you do like this under root I1 minus under root I2 the whole square. Correct? Same thing I added in notes, which was extremely important. To put maximum value first, I maximum value first, then put I minimum value. and you have to add them, subtract them, get the value. You have 2 minutes. If you don't explain, I'll do properly. I got one response. That is old one. Puttiga. So, here's this. Figure. You have, this rule key I maximum value will directly depend upon first a plus b का whole square or under root I1 plus under root I2 का whole square. Okay. Or I minimum, which directly depend upon a minus b whole square, will also depend upon I1 because a you can correlate with under root I1 and b under root I2. Everything else is the same. You know this. Second, I1 by I2 ratio is equal to n. This is given. First question will take time to adapt according to the question. By third question, you will feel extremely comfortable. Okay. Then question asked I max minus I minimum value divide by I max plus I minimum value you have to calculate. What is I max value? Under root I1 plus under root I2 का whole square minus under root I1 minus under root I2 का whole square. I just kept the value simply. Here, same thing, but positive sign between the two values. Plus sign here. Everything else is same. Any doubt till here, guys? This is I maximum value, minimum value, maximum value, minimum value. And sign is making difference because this is already given here. Okay. Put the value and see what is the final thing you get.
Sir, I got 2 root n divided by n plus 1.
2 root n divided by
N
this
plus
is
1.
correct. This is correct. Very good. So first value will be, guys, you will apply formula a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So first value will be a square I1, b square I2, 2ab, 2 under root I1, I2. And for a minus b, you will apply this formula a square plus b square minus 2ab. So minus value I1 plus I2 minus under root 2 I1 I2 divide by same thing, but sign will be positive. I1 plus I2 plus 2 under root I1 I2 plus sign. Here it was minus I1 plus I2 minus 2 under root I1 I2. Chandra, you did the same thing.
Sir, I divided the I2. Sir, here only. Root
Okay.
I1 divided.
Huh. So this cancel, this cancel, this minus minus will become plus. It will become this 4 I1 I2 under root. Correct? Divide by. This will be cancelled. So it will be 2 I1 plus I2. 2 2 ja. To make it easy, both side you can divide by I2 because you have to take this ratio I1 plus I2. So if you divide this by I2, I1, I2 divided by I2, and here I1 divided by I2 and I2 divided by I2 because we are dividing everything by I2. Got it? So here I1 by I2, it will be equal to under root n, and this is 1. I1 by I2 is n plus 1. Ask your question. And remember, first question you will face difficulty, no issue at all.
Sir, there is extra I2. No, sir. Root I1 divided by I2 is equals to n.
You are right. This one, na?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Because guys, you are not used to this kind of calculation. So after third question, you'll feel, "Ki, sir, this was easy because direct same thing." Because after this, next time you will directly do from this to this. Ki 4 under root I1 I2 divide by 2 I1 plus I2. Because next question is exactly same. You don't need to do everything what you did so far. How? See this. This question. 2 intensity I1 I2. Same direction, same time. What is the sum of maximum value and minimum intensity? Sum means denominator. What was denominator? Because here in denominator, where is this? In denominator, you use I max plus I minimum. This is what you have to calculate. When you take only denominator value, what was your ultimate thing? Same, exactly. 2 I1 plus I2. Do you have this option? See, yes, you have this option. Tell me, guys, is it easy now?
Yes, sir.
See, next time they might ask, what is the difference value of this I1 minus I2? Difference value of I max minus I minimum. This value will be 4 under root I1 Okay. So for your calculation, you can make it fast and you can put this value. This is very small. We are left with two important topic here: diffraction and YDSC. We did this coherent. Yeah, here you can write direct value for the easy calculation. Put it. Your I max minus I minimum value will be equal to 4 under root I1 I2 and I max plus I minimum value is equal to 2 I1 plus I2. It's just all about practice. Now, if you solve same question, you can make it fast because you know this value directly. Directly. You need to just take their ratio for second question. Write this and then again solve and send me this second question, guys, everybody. Because I understand all of you. It will take time to adjust in this kind of question. Do it and send in the group, all of you. By using direct formula of this, and calculate this. Write this again here also, so you don't make mistake. Your I max minus I minimum value is equal to 4 under root I1 I2 and your I max plus I minimum value 2 I1 plus I2.
So
Send
for
it
first
quickly.
equation, if we divide by I2, then root I1 is remaining. Sir.
Yes, you can
And
calculate
how
by
root
this one.
I1 is equals to root n?
How to root
So if we
I?
divide by I2, we will get 4 root I1.
For if you divide equation 1 from 2, this is what you are asking, and then further divide by I2, correct?
Yes, sir.
So in numerator, you will take like this. We are dividing by normal I2, not under root I2. So when you take same thing in under root, you will write like this, correct? And this is normal. That's why you are simply dividing by this.
Yes, sir. Understood.
So in numerator, because you have under root, that's why we are taking square. but in denominator you don't have under root. That's why we'll take I2 only. I think when I explained here, I by mistake. No, this is correct. But to make it better, to understand what you can do, I1, I2 divide by I2 square. And trust me, third next question, ratio of intensity of two waves was so easy. It will be so easy for you if you understood this first and second question. Like very easy, straightforward. Make it fast. I got one प्रतिज्ञा. अरे एक बात बताओ मुझे अन्विता एंड वरिंदर, थोड़ा सा मैथ में दिक्कत आ रही है यहाँ पे.
Yes, sir.
हम्म. प्रतिज्ञा कंप्लीट नहीं भेजा इसका आंसर.
तो ठीक, एक बार मैं कर देती 1 मिनट.